Good evening, everybody. If I could ask that everybody who's willing and able to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Good evening and welcome. I'm Commander Tim Maffo-Judd, the new commander of the 2nd District. Thank you. Thank you all. I'm new to this district, so new that my uniform still isn't in, so please don't make fun of me too much. But I'm not new enough that I haven't worked these streets. I'm not so new that I don't know the majority of you. I'm not so new that this was my parish growing up, and I lost a lot of basketball games in this gym. So I'm familiar with this. First off, I want to, ultimately this is for you. But what goes unsaid a lot is the people sitting next to you. So if you could, please give your families a round of applause. They're the real heroes here tonight. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize my chief is here, but my chief of domestic operations, my wife, Kristen. Thank you for everything you do for me, Kristen. Thank you so much. I also, before we get started and we bring Father up for the invocation, I want to thank Sergeant Andy Thomas, Lucas Oravec, where are you guys at? Oravec, Jim Thomas, and John Haddigan for putting this together. They worked tirelessly this week. Thank you guys for what you do. I may be the commander, but Sergeant Thomas actually runs this place. So Andy, thank you for what you do. Now, Father Doug Brown, could you please come up for a prayer?
I ask that we bow our heads in prayer, and on this snowy of nights, as we offer our thanks for all who have gathered here for the good things that they've done, we also remember those who may not have a place to go tonight, those who may go hungry this evening, and know how much that not only do our 2nd District officers protect our community and our city, they also provide assistance to those most in need. So I often think that that's unrecognized, and we ask for God's greatest blessings upon their efforts in this community. We give thanks for all those who have traveled here, the family members, and all of our dignitaries and VIPs as well. We ask all this in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Father.
Who clapped for a prayer?
Nothing wrong with clapping for a prayer, right?
All right.
So I'd like to introduce our distinguished guests tonight. First Chief of Police Dorothy Todd, Assistant Director Nicole Carlton, Director of Community Relations Angela Shute-Woodson, Deputy Chief Jared Schlott, and Deputy Chief Sammy Morris. So thank them for being here as well. Also with us, 2 of our 5 councilmen are here tonight, Jenny Spencer from Ward 15 and Chris Harsh from the Old Brooklyn area. Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it. Mayor Bibb sends his regrets, but he wanted me to tell you that he appreciates you all and what you do, and he's sorry he couldn't make it. As for our presentation of awards, this is what it's all about. I and everybody up here is here for you tonight. So we appreciate everything that you do, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. I wouldn't want to be in any other district. So with that being said, Chief Todd, would you like to say a few words, please?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So I just want to take a quick minute to recognize the men and women who are receiving awards today, and also for any community members who are receiving awards today. You know, congratulations on everything you do each day to keep this community safe. And I can tell you my commitment to you all is to make sure that we have more opportunities like this to showcase the work that you do. I have tried to change things a little bit this year to start putting out those good stories, because the community appreciates everything that you do. I constantly get letters and calls about a situation that you handled professionally and the appreciation that they have. And I don't think you get a chance to hear that often enough. The negative stories, end up on the news most of the time, but we're really trying to showcase and humanize our men and women. So thank you all, congratulations, and keep up the great work.
Thank you, Chief. Director Whitson, would you like to say a couple words?
Good evening, everyone. It is always a pleasure for Community Relationship to be with what we call our family. We are a part of you because we all will work very better together. And this, for me, is going to be a little bit of a sad night because a person who's been very dedicated as your 2nd District rep is retiring in March. And I am going to miss Michael McDonald tremendously because I know his passion for this work, this community, and especially this event, which is a huge undertaking that he and the committee put together. So please just bear with me if I get emotional a little bit. But again, thank you for what you do. Thank you to your families for what you do. And let's continue to keep Cleveland safe.
Thank you, Director. And just to echo her sentiments, Michael, you've been here since I've been a patrolman here. Thank you for everything you've done for our community. One more round for Michael, please. That being said, we'll get to the reason why we're here tonight. So our MC, Lieutenant Michael Chapman, will give you your awards. Oh, real quick, I forgot. When you come up, please come up this way. You'll get your award from, when your name is called, you'll get your award from Sergeant Thomas. The award will be read, the dedication, what you've done, what you're receiving the award for. And then after that's read, we'll meet you here and the honor cord will take a picture and you'll get to shake everybody's hand. So thank you. Mike?
Evening, everyone. I'm Lieutenant Michael Chapman of the 2nd District. I am the acting captain of our support section. And Commander, thank you for giving me the honor of being the presenter of these awards. Our first award tonight is the Special Commendation Award. The Special Commendation Award is presented to division personnel who distinguish themselves by improving an administrative or tactical procedure within the Division of Police, fostering a successful community affairs program, or performing a valuable police service that demonstrate exceptional diligence or perseverance. This is given to Officer Frank Costanzo. And also, the Citizen Pin is given out in this situation. The Citizens Award Pin is awarded to civilians who contribute significantly to the furtherance of law enforcement within the city of Cleveland. Joe Delano. On Friday, January 5th, 2024, Officer Costanzo responded out to a home with his partner to assist the Animal Protective League with a court order to remove 9 cats and a raccoon. The homeowner was very agitated with this and continuously told Joe Delano, animal cruelty investigator from the APL, that they would take his animals over my dead body. When Investigator Delano gave the homeowner his copy of the court order, the man ripped it up and refused to let anyone in the residence. Investigator Delano was continually berated by the homeowner during the incident. Despite this, he maintained his composure, practiced procedural justice, and used de-escalation tactics that enabled Officer Costanzo to step in and help out. Seeing that the situation was escalating in spite of Investigator Delano's efforts, Officer Costanzo stepped up and took the lead in communicating with the increasingly aggressive male. Officer Costanzo engaged in a non-threatening conversation with the homeowner, which gave him the opportunity to thoroughly explain what was happening. Officer Costanzo referred to the animals as the man's family and emphasized that his family would not be harmed. Officer Costanzo went to great lengths to alleviate the man's fears, including calling a retired officer that the man knew, and using his wit, experience, and de-escalation skills to connect with a man in crisis who was threatening violence. Officer Costanzo diffused a highly volatile situation, enabling the ABL to carry out their court order without further incident.
Okay, one more please, really great smile. And last one, sorry. Hold it. Thank you. Thank you.
Our next award is the Special Commendation Award. The Special Commendation Award is presented to divisional personnel who distinguish themselves by improving an administrative or tactical procedure within the division. Did I just read this? The Special Commendation Award will be given to Officer Arshawn Johnson, Officer Alexander Parker, Officer Jacob Tekovic, and Officer Thomas Von Doon. On Saturday, August 31st, 2024, Officers Johnson, Parker, Tekovic, and Von Doon responded to a call for a male shot in the 3800 block of West 31st Street. Officers located a male sitting on a bicycle covered in his own blood with part of his bone exposed. The man had been shot multiple times. Frantic, scared, and in shock, the victim tried to leave on his bicycle. Officers Johnson and Parker worked to gain the victim's trust and were able to keep him calm and talk him through the first aid being provided as Officers Parker and Von Doon each applied a tourniquet. Officers Tekovic and Johnson then assisted him onto a gurney once EMS arrived. By working diligently as a team and gaining the trust of the victim, Officers Johnson, Parker, Tekovic, and Von Doon were able to provide the first aid necessary to save the man's life.
Right over here, please. Good. Good smile. And we're moving to one more, please. Good smile. Hold it. Perfect. Right over here. Great smile. Hold it just like that. One more, please. Hold it. Thank you.
The Commander's Commendation Award. The Commander's Commendation is a special award given to police officers in recognition of acts that represent diligence and the furtherance of law enforcement ideas, diligence, or perseverance. Officer Todd Essen and Officer Kevin Berrigan. An essential function for patrol operations is to have excellent field training officers. Training recruits fresh out the academy during their first real-world experience as a police officer is a highly challenging endeavor. It takes patience, leadership, and the ability to be a good coach while also playing the game. Officer Essen has been an FTO for the past 11 years, while Officer Berrigan has been an FTO for the past 8 years. They are the most senior FTOs in the 2nd District, and together, they have trained a large portion of the members in the 2nd District Patrol Section. Their reliable leadership and selfless willingness to train new officers has greatly enhanced the camaraderie and performance of the 2nd District Patrol Section.
Okay, look right over here, please. Hold that up. Thank you so much. Hold it just like that. One more, please. Great smile. Okay, look right over here, please. Really great smile. Hold it just like that. One more, please. Hold it right there.
This next award is for a Commander's Commendation for Detective Vasile Nan. Throughout 2023 and 2024, Detective Nan investigated a highly complex, organized network of suspects who committed crimes across the city. These suspects stole cars and credit cards, were prolific porch pirates, and sold methamphetamines. Detective Nan spent countless hours reviewing reports, following leads, and developing an in-depth understanding of how this organized crime syndicate operated. During the course of Detective Nan's investigation, 6 search warrants for residents were executed, 14 suspects were arrested, 13 stolen cars were recovered, 4 guns were seized, and an astronomical amount of stolen property was recovered. On 2 different occasions, large commercial trucks were needed to transport property that was recovered during the search warrants. No commendation can adequately reflect Detective Nan's relentless determination and dedication to catching criminals who victimize the community.
He couldn't make it tonight.
Yeah, Detective Nan couldn't make it tonight, but I'm sure he'll appreciate the award given to him. Next one's for Commander's Commendation Award for Detective Robert Beveridge, Detective Dylan Damas, Detective Jennifer Zuba, Detective Miguel Gonzalez, Detective Jerome Krakowski, Detective Aaron Luther, Detective Lawrence Smith, Detective Stephen Loomis, Retired Detective Difna O'Neill, Real-Time Crime Specialist Vesna Piscatello. On September 28, 2023, officers responded to a report of an adult male and a 3-year-old shot by an unknown suspect. Sadly, the 3-year-old boy died from the gunshot wounds he sustained. Detectives Beveridge, Demas, Zuba, Krakowski, Luther, Smith, Loomis, and O'Neill worked collaboratively and immediately began putting together investigative leads with the assistance of Real-Time Crime Center Specialist Piscatello. The detectives quickly worked to identify a suspect and compile an accompanied profile of information that included information about where the suspect lived and places he regularly frequented. Utilizing extensive surveillance techniques, Detective Smith and O'Neill were able to locate the suspect on October 2nd, 2023, and track his location without being noticed. With the assistance of the NICE unit, the U.S. Marshals Task Force, and canine officers, these detectives were able to track down and arrest the suspect within a week of the murder being committed. After the arrest, these committed detectives secured multiple search warrants to secure essential evidence for this case. The diligent efforts of these detectives led to the suspect being quickly arrested in this heartbreaking case.
Right over here, please. Hold it. One more, please. Smile, hold it. Thank you. Look right over here. Big smile for me, hold it. And one more, hold it just like that. Look right over here. On people. Big smile right there, perfect. One more, please, hold it.
Congrats.
Right over here, perfect. Big smile. Excellent. One more, please, hold it.
Great job. Congrats.
Okay, look right over here for me, please. Really good smile. And one more, please, hold it just like that. Thank you.
Ah, thank you.
Congrats.
Hold that up for me, please. Thank you very much. Right over here. Great smile. One more, please, hold it. Thank you. Right over here, please. Good smile for me, hold it. And one more, please, hold it right there. Thank you.
How you doing?
Look right over here, great smile for me. Outstanding. Right there, hold it. And one more, please, hold it.
The next is for the Commander's Commendation Award. As I call your name, please stand and make your way forward. Sergeant Michelle Griecar, Officer Nicholas Miller, Officer Nathaniel Asp, Officer Craig Ketchum, Officer Spencer Camp, Detective Robert Beveridge, and Detective Sean Schuler. On Thanksgiving morning in 2023, armed suspects went on a violent crime spree in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd districts. Within hours, these suspects stole multiple vehicles from various locations in the city. They also attempted to steal other cars at 3 different locations in the 2nd district while brandishing firearms. During one of the instances, the unsuspecting victim greeted the suspects with a happy Thanksgiving, only to be confronted with a gun. Terrified, the victim ran to his home and the suspects fired multiple shots at him. Thankfully, the victim was not struck. During the crime spree, Officers Miller and Asp were in the process of recovering one of the vehicles stolen by this group and swabbing it for DNA evidence when the suspects of this terror squad drove by the officers and pointed a firearm at Officers Miller and Fling. At each of the related crime scenes, officers conducted thorough investigations, secured pertinent evidence, and collaboratively developed very specific suspect descriptions, including unique details of the clothes the suspects were wearing. Suspects matching the detailed description developed by officers proceeded with their crime spree by robbing a Dollar General in the 3rd district at gunpoint. While fleeing from the 3rd district police, they struck a 3rd district zone car with an officer inside of it. Despite the brazen and violent nature of these suspects, officers throughout the city continued to relentlessly look for them throughout the day. Officers Camp and Ketchum spotted the suspects in a vehicle and pursued the suspects. Officers Miller and Asp joined the pursuit with Officers Camp and Ketchum. They doggedly kept sight of the suspect vehicle until it crashed on I-90 East. With the suspects fleeing on foot, Officer Miller bravely tracked down one of the same suspects who had pointed a gun at him earlier that day. After securing that suspect, Officer Miller and Asp continued searching and located a 2nd suspect hiding in a tree. Detectives Beveridge and Schuler responded to the related crime scenes that day and followed up on this case with great determination. Their detailed work led to the identification of the 3rd suspect, and they secured multiple indictments against the suspects involved in this massive crime spree. These officers and detectives provided another reason to give thanks as their brave and relentless efforts ended the brief reign of terror being inflicted on the city on Thanksgiving Day.
Please, excellent, good smile, and one more, please, just like that. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay, look right over here, great smile, hold it just like that, and one more, please, hold it. Thank you. Big smile, hold it just like that. And one more, please, hold it. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Right over here, please. Big smile, hold it. And one more, please, hold it. Nice to see you back. Nice to see you. Okay, look right over here, great smile, hold it, and one more, please, hold it. Look right here, big smile, please, hold it, and one more, hold it.
The next award will be Commander's Commendation Award. Sergeant Cody Sheets, Detective Mark Jelenic, Detective Thomas Swartzoff, Officer Ricardo Holt Santiago, Officer Chase Henderson, and Officer Stephanie Martinez. On Saturday, December 16, 2023, Detective Jelenic, Swartzoff, and Officer Holt Santiago located the suspect for multiple felonious assault cases they were investigating. The suspect was in a vehicle at West 73rd and Lorraine Avenue and immediately fled from the detectives. The detectives skillfully maintained a visual of the suspect vehicle while officers Martinez and Henderson quickly and safely responded to assist in the pursuit of the felonious assault shooting suspect. Since they were in a marked zone car, officers Martinez and Henderson took over the lead car in the pursuit. Under the steady guidance of Sergeant Sheets, the pursuit covered areas throughout the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th districts and lasted nearly 40 minutes. Officer Henderson utilized his extensive knowledge of the city from his time as an RTA bus driver to provide his partner with pinpoint street-by-street updates during the pursuit. Officer Martinez displayed incredible poise as she calmly communicated with her partner and relayed all pertinent information to the supervisor and fellow officers. After not being able to lose the officers in a car, the suspect attempted to flee on foot, not knowing that Officer Henderson is lightning quick and was absolutely determined to catch him. After a short foot chase, Officer Henderson and Martinez caught the suspect and they were able to arrest him and seize the firearm he was carrying. Due to the thorough follow-up on the case by Detective Gillette, the suspect is currently in jail awaiting trial for attempted murder and felonious assault charges in Cuyahoga County Court. These detectives and officers displayed an uncanny level of poise, determination, and courage as they worked together to lock up a dangerous criminal who was a suspect in multiple violent felonies.
Right over here. Great smile for me, please. Hold it. And one more, please. Hold it just like that. Thank you.
I'm so sorry to cause you.
Test test.
Okay, look right over here for me, please. Hold it. Good smile. One more, please. Hold it. Okay, look right over here. Great smile for me, please. Hold it. And one more, please. Hold it just like that. Thank you. Okay, look right over here. Good smile for me, please. Hold it right there. And one more, please. Hold it. Right over here. Great smile for me, please. And one more. Hold it just like that.
The Commander's Commendation Award for Officer Maria Rodriguez and Officer Michael Valdez. On Saturday, January 20th, Officers Valdez and Rodriguez received a call for a male suspect who was allegedly driving around assaulting a female. Additional call details revealed that this suspect may have warrants, is known to carry guns and drugs, and has threatened to shoot at police if pulled over. Officers Valdez and Rodriguez spotted the vehicle the suspect was in and attempted to pull it over. The suspect then fled. At this time, Officer Valdez and Rodriguez requested the assistance of detectives from the 2nd District Vice Unit. Vice Unit detectives utilized surveillance techniques to locate the suspect, while Officers Valdez and Rodriguez positively identified him. Vice detectives located the suspect in the passenger seat of a pickup truck driving down Lorraine Avenue. Using this information, a patrol car conducted a traffic stop and the suspect fled on foot through backyards. Maintaining their composure and thinking strategically, Officers Valdez and Rodriguez listened to transmissions from other officers about the suspect's direction of travel and were able to track down his location and arrest him as he continued to flee on foot. In the suspect's backpack was a firearm and over 200 grams of narcotics, including fentanyl. The street value for the seized narcotics is worth approximately $40,000. The perseverance and tactical response by Officers Valdez and Rodriguez led to the arrest of this major drug offender.
Right over here. Good smile for me, please. Hold it. And one more. Hold it just like that. Thank you.
The Commander's Commendation Award for Officers Rochelle Gamble and Officer Justin Thompson. On April 22nd, 2024, Officers Gamble and Thompson were working in the patrol section when they arrested a drug dealer who had been terrorizing neighborhoods surrounding West 25th and Meyer for months. The suspect, who had active warrants for prior narcotics cases, fled from Officers Gamble and Thompson on foot. Without regard for her own safety, Officer Gamble gave chase after the much larger suspect and tracked him down just as her partner, Officer Thompson, arrived to assist her with handcuffing the suspect. They seized a firearm and a very large amount of narcotics from the suspect, who was recently sentenced to 11 years in prison for this incident in conjunction with other drug trafficking charges.
Michelle, congratulations. Right over here, please. Great smile for me. Hold it just like that. And one more. Hold it. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Right over here for me, please. Great smile. Hold it just like that. And one more. Please hold it.
The Commander's Commendation Award for Officer Kayla Rutherford, Officer Cody Ratliff, and Detective Aaron Luther. On July 10th, 2024, officers responded to the area of West 53rd Street for a male shot in the legs and gathered as much information as they could from the victim about the suspect. Using this information, real-time crime center specialists were able to provide officers with the suspect's last known location near West 47th and Clark Avenue. Officers Rutherford and Ratliff utilized all the information they had received about the suspect, including a bicycle he was riding, and thoroughly searched the area until they located another male the suspect had been spotted with moments earlier by Real-Time Crime Center. When officers Rutherford and Ratliff talked with the other male, they observed the red bike the suspect had been riding in the driveway of a home on West 47th Street. Officers Ratliff and Rutherford interviewed people from the house and confirmed the suspect was inside the home. When the suspect refused to come out of the home, Detective Luther secured a search warrant for the home, and officers on scene secured the perimeter until SWAT could respond and arrest the suspect. Utilizing keen investigative skills, teamwork, and showing great courage in tracking down an armed and dangerous suspect, these officers were able to put a shooting suspect in handcuffs within hours of the crime being committed.
Right over here. Great smile for me, please. Hold it just like that. And one more. Please hold it.
Congratulations, man. Really well done.
Okay, look right over here. A great smile for me, please. Hold it just like that. And one more. Just like that. Thanks.
The Commander's Commendation Award, Real-Time Crime Specialist Tegan Reynolds and Real-Time Crime Specialist Jennifer Deaton. In the morning of July 13, 2024, a man was shot and killed at the corner of West 73rd and Colgate Court. Responding officers relayed to dispatch a detailed description of the suspect vehicle along with a direction of travel. With this information, real-time crime specialists Reynolds and Deaton combed through RTCC cameras and other surveillance technology to determine the path of the suspect vehicle drove along, with identifying the license plate on the vehicle. Specialists Reynolds and Deaton were so detailed in tracking the vehicle that they were able to inform officers that the suspect had stopped to wash the getaway vehicle and remove a bicycle from the bed of the truck. Specialists Reynolds and Deaton were also able to tell officers the exact location where discarded evidence could be found. With the information provided by Specialists Reynolds and Deaton, officers were able to locate both the suspect and the vehicle used in the crime. The fast and detailed work of Specialists Reynolds and Deaton resulted in a suspected murderer being placed in handcuffs within 2 hours of the crime being committed.
Congratulations. Outstanding work.
Look right over here for me, please. One big smile. Excellent. One more. Hold it.
Really well done.
Look right over here for me, great smile, hold it just like that. And one more, please hold it. Thank you.
Commander's Commendation Award for Patrol Officer John Cho. Officer John Cho is one of the most senior officers at the 2nd District and is currently assigned to the market post at the historic West Side Market. His outgoing and friendly personality is perfectly fit for this position as it requires constant interaction with the public and quick problem-solving skills. If you go to businesses around Market Square, you would be hard-pressed to find someone who doesn't know Officer Cho. He is the embodiment of community policing. When he is not protecting patrons and vendors at the West Side Market, Officer Cho selflessly volunteers to take on any assignment he is needed for. Officer Cho's willingness to strengthen the relationship between the community and Cleveland Police is remarkable, and for this reason, Councilman Kerry McCormick specifically wants to recognize Officer Cho for his efforts. For these reasons, he is being recognized with an award from Cleveland City Council member Kerry McCormick.
Showtime. Congratulations, man. Outstanding work.
Right over here for me, good smile. Excellent, and one more, hold it.
And for my final award to be presented tonight is the Citizen Award Plaque. The Citizen Award Plaque is awarded to civilians who distinguish themselves through the performance of a heroic act involving significant personal risk. Isaiah Locklear. On Thursday, September 5th, 2024, Mr. Locklear was on the highway when he observed a suicidal male on the I-490 West overpass threatening to jump off. Mr. Locklear, who was an active duty Army chaplain, stopped in and spoke with the man in crisis and kept him calm while first responders were en route. The man in crisis was mostly agitated by the presence of police, and the rapport that Mr. Locklear created with this man allowed time for there to be a peaceful resolution to the situation. Officers on scene reported that Mr. Locklear went above and beyond and that his assistance was integral in achieving a positive outcome. For his display of genuine compassion and courage to put himself in a life-threatening position by stopping on a busy highway to help out a fellow citizen in need, Isaiah Locklear is being honored with a Citizen Award Plaque.
Thank you, Lieutenant Chapman. You read that with such conviction, so thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. I'd like to ask Retired Officer Bob Gutu to come forward. Jimmy Creation also come forward to present the Cleveland Police Foundation Awards.
Do you want to hop in the cord? You want to hop in the cord and shake hands? I can't know.
And Jimmy is our a board member and incorporating secretary with the foundation. Good man, pro blue. Every year at the 5 district award ceremonies, the Cleveland Police Foundation honors an officer, an individual, and an organization who backs the blue and goes beyond the call of duty. Would Officers Charles McNamara, Ryan Miranda, and Councilman Kelly McCormick please come forward?
Kerry McCormick, but he's not here.
Okay. I understand the councilman couldn't make it tonight. Officers McNamara and Miranda have spearheaded the weight room renovation project at the 2nd District with the financial support of Councilman McCormick. Their efforts completely transformed the 2nd District gym, providing our officers with an excellent place to exercise. Officers McNamara and Miranda have worked quietly over the years, devoting countless hours of their personal time to make this project happen. The revamped gym would not have been possible without Councilman McCormick's partnership. Councilman McCormick is unwavering in his commitment to supporting projects that benefit the well-being of our officers. Their collective efforts have made a substantially positive impact on the 2nd District. I am also happy to say that the Cleveland Police Foundation was involved in the project during its infancy, and with that support, it allowed our partnership with the 2nd District to blossom. It is because of their commitment to the 2nd District and their fellow officers that the Cleveland Police Foundation is indeed honored to bestow upon Officers Charles McNamara, Officer Ryan Miranda, and Councilman Kerry McCormick with our Community Service Award. Congratulations.
Great job, my friend. Congratulations.
Right over here for me, please. Just smile, hold it just like that, and one more, hold it. Thank you.
Good job, Ryan. Good job. Good to see you.
Right over here, great smile for me, hold it. Again, hold it. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry, one more. Sorry, one more. There was some glare on that, so if we could angle just a little bit.
They're not here.
There we go, yeah, good.
They're here.
Good smile, one more. Awesome. Thank you.
Will the representatives of the Deer West Recreation please come forward? For the past 12 years, Near West Recreation has been providing recreational opportunities in the 2nd District for children ages 4 through 16. As we all know, extracurricular activities such as sports helps provide children with an outlet that greatly lowers their risk of engaging in criminal or delinquent activities. Near West Recreation and Director Kerry Palma have worked tirelessly to expand these opportunities for the children in the 2nd District. Their organized leagues include basketball, lacrosse, baseball, softball, track, soccer, volleyball, and a wide variety of camps and clinics. This dramatically impactful organization serves over 1,300 kids annually. These programs also provide officers with an opportunity to interact with the community in an informal setting. Over the years, several Cleveland police officers have volunteered their time to be coaches for various sports. Near West Recreation has grown to become an anchor institution on the Near West side of Cleveland as it provides essential developmental opportunities for our children and the community alike. It is because of their support for the children and the community that the Cleveland Police Foundation is honored to bestow upon Near West Recreation our Community Service Award. Congratulations. You're welcome.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you.
Look right over here for me and angle the flag a little bit. The other side right there. Smile for me, hold it just like that. Good. That was great. One more. Sorry, one more. Good smile. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, on behalf of the Cleveland Police Foundation, congratulations to all the recipients honored tonight, and thank you for your commitment to the community you serve.
Thanks, Bob. Love you, man. Thanks, Jimmy. Yes, please. Councilman Awards. At this time, we'll present our Councilmatic Awards. Councilman Kerry McCormick, Councilwoman Rebecca Maurer, and Councilwoman Jasmine Santana send their regrets. They couldn't be here tonight, but each told me separately how proud they are to be in the 2nd District, and thank you all for what you do. At this time, I'd like to ask Councilwoman Jenny Spencer from Ward 15 to come up to present her award.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Commander. It is such an honor to be here this evening and just celebrate you all. And I love the recognition at the beginning of the families as well. And you must all feel so proud, and you're part of what makes all of our neighborhoods safe. Thank you in advance to Sergeant Thomas, who is going to help me with these awards. And I also, Commander, if it's okay with you, asked if Sergeant could use my cell phone to help take pictures.
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. But I'm going to be asking two groups of officers to come up and be recognized this evening in two separate stories I want to share. A lot of you, those of you who are working in the 2nd District, most if not all of you are very familiar with the Colgate, Dudley, Elton area, right? West 73rd and Lorraine, Colgate, that's a tough area. And I've lived in the neighborhood since 2008. It was really tough then. It's had its ups and downs. And this summer, for a variety of reasons, it got really, really tough again. And residents were at the point where they felt like they couldn't leave their homes, rather. And I don't think any of us can imagine living in a neighborhood where you don't feel like you could safely sit on your own front porch. And that was the situation. And we actually heard a story tonight about the individuals honored from the Real-Time Crime Center who there was a terrible homicide at West 73rd and Colgate Court. I mean, so that was this summer. So it was really, one resident described it as just the neighborhood was being terrorized. And I really want to recognize the 2nd District as a whole, and the leadership of the 2nd District, but the following officers for their contributions to making a major notable change in the safety situation in a period of 4 months. So I'm going to read a little bit of what is on the resolution that will be given to the officers this evening. A resolution of appreciation to recognize the 2nd District leadership, patrol officers, vice unit officers, community services unit officers, and detectives who have dedicated themselves to improved safety in the Elton, Dudley, Colgate area within Ward 15. Whereas beginning in summer 2024, the Ward 15 Council Office was made aware of deteriorating safety conditions in that area. Whereas residents approached both the Council Office and the Cleveland Division of Police for aid and support. Whereas the complex set of conditions in the area has made policing a significant challenge and has required extraordinary dedication on the part of officers. Whereas numerous key arrests have been made and additional investigations are underway. Whereas, although much work remains to be done, residents have expressed that the presence of police has greatly increased their sense of safety and security in their community. And I would like to specifically recognize the following officers for their courage and dedication towards improving safety in the Elton, Dudley, Colgate area and across the 2nd District. Sergeant Frank Woima, Detective Vasil Nan, Detective Matthew Randolph, Detective Scott Sistek, Detective Vic Singh, Patrol Officer Bizjan Damnori, Patrol Officer David Kelly, Patrol Officer Christopher Lozniak, and Patrol Officer Robert Wagner. Oh yeah, I did.
Oh.
Sergeant Tom.
So-
I'm making some more. Oh. All right.
She's good, Andy.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is he's gonna do it first, then we'll go to him, and then you'll look at me. All right, look here then. Thank you. Okay, look this way. If you could turn that a little bit more that way. There you go, good. Good smile, hold it just like that. Check. Looks great. Okay, one more, and one more. Good smile. A little bit better. There you go. Good, good, good. Good smile, and one more. Hold it. Thank you. Look here first.
Thank you.
Okay. Get right over here. Good smile, please. Hold it. And one more. Hold it. Thank you.
Congratulations. Great work.
Sorry, angle that way. Right over here, please, hold it. Check.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Turn that a little bit that way. Yep. Here, please. Right over here, good smile from me, please. And again, hold it. Thank you. I feel like John Farnsworth.
Congratulations.
Look here, Laz, keep your eyes open. Thank you. Okay, you're gonna look at me now, a great smile, please, hold it, and again. And one more, a little better smile, hold it. Thank you.
Quick and easy, right?
I'm all right. It's the man. Appreciate what you do. Thank you.
Here. Good. Angle that a little bit down. There you go. A little bit more. Good. Good smile, hold it just like that. Again, one more, hold it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Look here first. Thank you. Okay. A little bit. Sorry. No. Hold it. Right there. Good smile, everyone. Excellent. A little bit tighter on that. Thank you. Good, right there. One more for me, please. Great smile.
Okay, I know Councilman Harsh and I are between you and dinner, so I will proceed. The second group of officers I wish to recognize I want to share a bit of a story. Starting last March, so March of this year, I became aware of carjackings happening, especially in the northern part of the 2nd District. A lot of folks know the area as Gordon Square. And those are absolutely terrifying experiences. When I saw some of the camera footage, I was just in shock. And no one can ever imagine facing people, right? None of us would ever want to face someone in masks with semi-automatic weapons, and that's what was going on. And on top of carjackings, there were motor vehicle thefts and lots of just car break-ins, smash and grabs, and people's entire sense of quality of life was really compromised to the point of, and I know Councilman Harsh will understand exactly what I'm saying, those phone calls where people say, I just feel like I have to move. I can't stay in this neighborhood anymore. But thanks to your work, thanks to the work of the 2nd District, and frankly, work that was collaborative across multiple districts, many of these suspects have been apprehended. Sadly, it's my understanding that a majority of them are juveniles. But I want to read briefly from the resolution that Sergeant Thomas is going to help pass out. Resolution of appreciation to recognize the 2nd District leadership and officers who have dedicated themselves to addressing a series of crime in spring and summer 2024 that significantly impacted residents' sense of well-being and safety in their community, particularly on the Near West Side. Whereas beginning in spring 2024, groups of individuals began to carry out carjackings, grand theft motor vehicle, and motor vehicle trespass across the city of Cleveland, but particularly in the 2nd District and on the Near West Side. Whereas the arrest of the individuals involved in these crimes was a large team effort between the Violent Crime Reduction Team and the 2nd District Vice Unit. Detectives from the 3rd and 4th Police Districts were also involved in this team effort. Whereas these arrests represent the very best in policing and were a creative and collaborative effort. Whereas these arrests restored residents' sense of safety and peaceful enjoyment in their community. I would therefore like to recognize the following officers: Detective Nathaniel Asp, Detective Mark Jelinich, Sergeant Patrick Becca, Detective Tyler Poff, and Patrol Officer Ricardo Holt Santiago.
Congratulations.
Great job. Thank you so much. Okay.
Look here.
Not a problem.
Right over here, please, and angle that a little bit that way, please. No, so turn. There we go. That's so much. There you go. Yeah. Hold it just like that. Good smile. And one more. Hold it. There he is.
Congratulations. You did work out done.
Look here first. Thank you. Right over here. Turn that a little that way. There you go. Perfect. Good smile this way. And one more, please. Hold it just like that. Hold it. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Amazing work. Thank you so much.
Look up here first. Okay, look over here. Nope.
Wait, one more.
Yeah, and then just angle that. Thank you guys. Perfect. Again, hold it, really good smile. Thank you.
Ty? Congrats, man. Thank you. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Here first. Okay, and angle that again. There we go. Right over here. Good smile. Again, hold it.
Congrats again.
Here. Just angle a little bit that way. There you go. Perfect. Good smile, hold it. And one more, please hold it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Spencer, for your awards and your dedication to the 2nd District. Next, Chris Harsh from Ward 13 to give his council awards. Andy, do you have a list?
One moment. Okay. Okay. Great. Make sure I got this. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent. So everybody makes mistakes, and this year I made the mistake of not getting your award in time. So I have to tell you that inside this lovely envelope is an apology letter, but I will get the award to you before Christmas. It was, I thought, and they thought, and we all thought, and nobody was thinking. So I do want to give and recognize tonight, though, Captain Johnny Ham, Lieutenant Michael Chapman, and Patrol Officer Paul Beckwith, if they could come forward. The interaction between council office and 2nd District ranges from the issues that Councilwoman Spencer brought up, but we get into some very odd neighborhood scenarios where sometimes we need people like Michael McDonald to go out and talk to neighbors. Sometimes I talk to neighbors. Sometimes we have to ask a person in uniform to talk to neighbors about very weird things. And it's the quality of life issues that really sort of hold the neighborhood together. And Cleveland is a great city because of great people. And the great people that live here and the great people that serve those folks. And every now and then, those are married and they're the same person. And for Captain Ham, it's wonderful to have you in the neighborhood, not only as a resource for our community, but also as a neighbor in our community, and so active in the neighborhood and just visible in the community, and people see him off duty out in the neighborhood, and that means a lot to the people that live here. So thank you, sir, and I guess I'll come up here real quick. Appreciate everything you do for the people of Cleveland.
There you go, hold still. Right there. Good smile. One more, please. Hold it. Thank you.
No, it wouldn't. Thank you. All right, where are we? All right. And Michael Chapman, right? And so thank you, sir, for all your work and for being there when we call you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, they put it on nice paper. It's on nice paper. I'm going to get you that. Can you go ahead and send it off? Show that letter off. A little bit. Yeah. And everyone switch down that way a little bit. I don't want there's no speaker from that. And there we go. Good. Good smile. Hold it right there. And again, hold it.
And where we go? And Officer Paul Beckwith. Thank you, sir.
Congrats, Paul. Appreciate everything.
One more. Sorry, there we go. Oh, that's great. Zoom out. Good smile. Hold it. One more. Good. Thank you.
I have one more recognition. One more recognition. One more recognition, and this falls into our civilian category. Police officers serve the people, and the people are greatly appreciative of the work that you do. And no one has really been more grateful to you than Dot Martin. She has taken over the Old Brooklyn Crime Watch group. She has done it with vigor and gusto, and I'd like to call Dot up. If you could come up here. Dot, you're sitting there, I see you. Come on, you're here. The work that Dot does to support the police happens day in and day out, and it happens when we don't see it, because she's talking to her neighbors constantly. She's a resource for the community. She's an avid supporter of the police, and we want to thank you for your service to the city of Cleveland as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Congratulations.
There you go. All right. How's it going? Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. Good smile. And one more. Please hold it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll get the real one.
Good to go, sir?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you. One more, and then we're done.
Okay, so one more, and then we can eat, I promise. So last but not least, I'd like to ask Director Shute Woodson and Michael McDonald to come up for the Community Relation Committee Award.
Director?
Thank you. I know Michael thinks that he's going to make me work, but I'm going to make him work and do this one.
This has really been an honor working with this committee for 10 years. I can't begin to bring them up in high enough esteem for what they do as a committee. They are the heart and soul of the 2nd District. They make the police community relations happen. They put smiles on kids' faces. They do all those things. I'm also really lucky to have worked with you guys all this time and gone out on some of those crazy things Chris was talking about. So, but only because of weather and other circumstances, we only have 2 of our folks here tonight. So I would like to call up Peggy Needham and Rose Roy.
Congratulations. And we'll take a picture with you. If you don't mind, I'll take them separate. You're not getting out of this, Michael.
Take it first. Okay, ready? Look right over here. Really great smile for me, please. Chef, make sure. One more, please. One more. Hold it. Good smile. Thank you. Thank you.
You brought Rose with our women's today. Rose was our women's.
Yeah.
How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you very much. How do I turn it?
Hop over here, buddy. Hop over here, buddy.
I don't want to.
Middle right here.
You don't have one of the shiny ones. You don't have one of the yeah, that's tall. There you go.
Okay,
Yep.
is the light
right.
shining on?
Go ahead. up a little bit, please. Thank you. Right there. Good smile, everyone. One more. Good smile. Hold it. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Michael. Pleasure working with you. You too.
One more time for them. We appreciate that award. Thank you so much. In closing, I just want to recognize again some individuals. Frank Wyma, Sergeant Frank Wyma, Sergeant Pat Becca. You guys, every time we call you, you do some of the dirty work. I appreciate everything that you guys do and everybody in this building. In addition, I want to bring up someone before we eat, Captain Ham, a consummate professional. Thank you for being a mentor in my career, and it's a pleasure to work with you again. So one for those individuals.